Welcome back. Well, fall is less than 2 weeks away, and as the seasons change, a new bevy of bugs will try to find their way into your home. So truly, Nolen's Pest Control's Nelson Gonzalez is here to help keep those pests away. So how are you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having us again.
So great to have you here. So let's talk about the fall and what kinds of bugs do we see this time of year in the Tampa Bay area?
So right now the weather's going to dip down a little bit. We're still going to get that humidity out there. So what it's going to do is just push in like more roach activity inside the house. You're going to start seeing more ant hills out there because of the humidity and the rain that we're still getting. Be careful with like traveling right now with bed bugs and things like that. But you'll start seeing some more bugs trying to push into the structure for sure because it's getting cooler and they're looking for food and nesting areas for sure.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about preventative pest control as opposed to just when you see the bugs calling. You know, you got to start ahead of time, right?
Reactive compared to proactive. So being proactive with something like that is just trying to get that foundation layer around your structure. You know, we do multiple steps to try to keep the bugs from coming inside your home, like doing hot spotting around windows and doing a foundation application of power spraying around the outside, dusting of things like that. So you're just trying to get that foundation around the structure before you start having all those problems, and then you start calling us, and then now we still have to do all that things, and now you have the headache of all the bugs getting in your house.
Right, absolutely. Well, let's talk about some things that we can do around our homes, maybe starting with the outside. I know landscaping is important because you don't want to have bushes too close to windows and doors and things like that.
Yeah, so a lot of times they tie in. So the landscaping does tie into the bug issues on the inside. So if you have shrubs or bush touching the home, you want to trim that back around 2 feet away from the house. Now's the time you want to start pulling out your caulking and going around the structure. That's part of our service too, that we do caulking around the windows, making sure that there's any hot spots that they're finding. We'll usually see a bush sitting right next to a kitchen window, and then we'll follow them right into the window of the kitchen because it's open. So those are the things you want to do, is just making sure that you're not piling up your mulch too high. You're starting to walk around and start doing all those caulking things and making sure that all of your bush are trimmed away from the structure.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go inside the home now. What can we kind of look at inside our houses to kind of help with this problem?
Inside, we've talked about this before, checking your filters underneath your microwave. They catch a lot of grease. In between your stoves, you got a lot of crumbs and stuff that get caught there. We're getting ready to get into all those holidays where Thanksgiving, Halloween, candy, and all the food stuff that's going to be around the outside. But looking at things like that inside the house. Garbage is taken care of and all those things are maintained.
Yeah, but most importantly, we need to call you all now, and you kind of can help us guide us through a lot of this, right?
Yes, we can be very preventive. You know, we provide a basic inspection of full throughout the house, inside and outside, to make sure that we find and identify where the problems are, and then we target them.
Love it. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on today. Really appreciate it. And we want to let our viewers know that if you would like to learn more about their services and their locations, you can go to trulynolen.com.